Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I want to sit down and get a few things off my chest. Share with you 5 skincare trends that need to die. These trends have been around for long enough, and none of them are adding anything additional to our skincare routine, and in some ways they could be detracting from it. I want to change the narrative and start that conversation going, so that hopefully in the next 6 to 12 months we can ditch some of these trends and embrace some other ones that are going to add additional value to our skincare routine and really uplift us, help us to enjoy our skincare more. That's something that none of these trends do. So let's sit back, relax, and talk the skincare trends that need to fail. Now, before we get into this video, I would love to know any other trends that you'd like to see added to this list. I mean, there are so many out there. I see these trends promoted and I think, oh, we're doing that again, are we? Because a lot of these are cyclical. They come around time and time again. So let me know any personal trends you'd like to see fail in the comments section below. I want to get this message out there so as many people as possible can understand these and hopefully avoid these trends when it comes to their own skincare. A great way of helping me to achieve that is by reaching down and giving this video a big thumbs up and a like. The more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So it's just a fantastic way of getting this message out there loud and clear. I've got an awful lot to say, so I'm going to cut the waffle and just delve straight on in. And I'm going to start with what I think is a personal, cringe trend of mine. That's Micellar cleansing wipes. Now, the reason I dislike Micellar cleansing wipes so much is it's just a brand taking us for a ride as consumers. If you think back to 20 years ago, 10 years ago, everyone was on the makeup wipes. They're a great and convenient way of taking off your makeup and your skincare. We always knew that they weren't as effective as doing a proper cleanse, but they definitely had their place when it came to, quick and convenient ways to cleanse. Of course, then everyone discovered micellar water and realised, actually, this is game-changing. It's just as convenient as with those cleansing wipes, but you get a far better cleanse, it removes far more makeup, and it's much less stripping and harsh on our skin. So sales of makeup wipes kind of went like that as everyone embraced micellar water. Well, brands weren't having this. They thought, no, we're not going to lose this lucrative cleansing wipe market, so why don't we combine the two? Cleansing wipes with micellar water, and boom, the trend, it took off, and everybody has been buying these micellar cleansing wipes. Just about every single brand now has a version of this in their skincare collection. The reason I really dislike them is it kind of takes the worst of both worlds. So micellar waters are fantastic because they're quick, they're convenient, and you can use reusable cotton rounds, so they're much more environmentally friendly. The problems with traditional cleansing wipes is they were packed full of preservatives, because when you're keeping something in that moist mid-temperature environment, it's just like a breeding ground for bacteria. So they have to be packed full of preservatives to prevent that, keep the product safe and fresh. They're also really not that environmentally sustainable, because those wipes, they always end up flushed down the toilet, thrown in the bin, ended up in landfill or out in the oceans. These micellar cleansing wipes actually still have to have a load of preservatives packed in them. They're still really bad for the environment, and whilst they are probably marginally better than the traditional cleansing wipes, they're still not that effective. What I like to do instead is actually just create my own convenience. So you get the benefits of a micellar water, but in a super convenient way. I get one of these. These are like the wash bags that come with all reusable cotton rounds, and in here I put about 5 or 6 of the reusable cotton rounds. These are ones by Face Theory that wash really well, and they're super soft. I then put a travel size of my favourite micellar water. This is actually the Bioderma bottle, but I refill it with the Garnier micellar water, which I prefer because it's cruelty free, but I do like the size of this Bioderma one. Super convenient. I put these together, you can seal it, you can put it in your gym bag, you can travel with it, super convenient. You've got somewhere to store those wet reusable cotton rounds, and then you just wash them all when you're done with it. You get all the benefits of micellar water, yet it's as convenient as a micellar water cleansing wipe, but much more environmentally friendly. Win-win-win, ding, 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 and I definitely think the micellar cleansing wipes can do one. No space for it in your skincare routine, just create your own convenience. Now, the second trend that I definitely want to see gone, and this will come as no surprise to anyone that's watched this channel before, is the overuse of niacinamide in every single skincare product. Niacinamide, fantastic B vitamin. It can calm and soothe the skin, it can balance oil production, it can help brighten and bring some vibrancy back to the complexion. All benefits I'd like to see in my skincare routine, but in small quantities. Nobody needs the amount of niacinamide that brands are feeding us. There are some brands out there, looking at you, Naturium, that include niacinamide in every single one of their skincare products. Nobody needs that much niacinamide in their life, and actually, studies have shown overusing it can actually trigger redness, peeling, sensitivity, and breakouts. Bearing in mind find most consumers will actually shop exclusively with 1 or 2 skincare lines. Brands should know this, so why is the need for niacinamide in every single one of their products? Also be mindful of the concentration, because actually those same studies that proved too much of a good thing can actually trigger sensitivity showed that the optimum concentration of niacinamide is 5%. Not the 10% that all brands insist on delivering us in all of their products. 5% is that sweet spot where you get maximum benefits, minimum irritation. Even some of my absolute favourite brands such as this is the Allies of Skin Prebiotics and Niacinamide Booster. This contains 10% niacinamide. Now normally I would praise Allies of Skin of having real data focused skincare. All their ingredients are beneficial and deliver wonders for your skincare routine. So why, even a brand that's as good as that, would they deliver that 10% concentration? It's all about pandering to what they think the consumer wants, and the higher concentrations sell. When in truth, brands should be leading the way and saying gentle and smaller concentrations is actually where it's at. This is why I always applaud Good Molecules, and this is their niacinamide brightening toner. This is a 3% concentration of niacinamide. All your skin needs for that calming, soothing radiance boost without any of the irritation. So hopefully this is a trend we'll see kind of slip in the next couple of months. Now, trend number 3 is something that I've seen crop up an awful lot in the last 6 months, and that's bashing hand creams. This is specific to the content creator community here on YouTube and Instagram, where everyone is calling out if you're buying a hand cream, you're wasting your money. Well, you know what? Some of us, the consumers out there, actually like a good hand cream. We like the convenience of a travel size you can put in your purse. We like a different texture, less grease than maybe we would use on our face because we're picking things up, we're reaching for our keys. We don't want that greasiness all over the place. And sometimes our hands might need a little extra attention and love than the skin on our face does. I am a total convert to hand creams. I used to always think they were a bit of a con, overpriced moisturizers. But if you choose the right ones, the ones with added benefits, I think hand creams can be a wonderful addition to your skincare routine. I captured some of my favorites, those that don't need to break the bank but actually add additional value, in a recent video. I'm going to leave a link to that up there. Definitely one to check out. Hopefully we'll kind of just remove this myth that all hand creams are bad, something that's perpetrated by the YouTuber skincare community, and say actually, when it comes to skincare, do what works for you. And if you love a good hand cream, then embrace it. Buy it, love it, use it. My current absolute favourite is this one. This is the Marks & Spencer's Hand Balm, Almond Milk and Vanilla. This costs £1.50, but look at that. It looks really bougie and luxury. You'd expect to pay like £15 for a product that looks this gorgeous, yet £1.50. Such a great price point, and this is packed full of so many beneficial ingredients to calm, soothe, hydrate, just treat the hands. They work for us all day long, so a little bit of treat sometimes is needed. This is definitely a product that I would recommend. In a similar vein, should we talk the trend of sunscreen shaming? Something that emerged around 3 years ago and has kind of taken YouTube, TikTok, Instagram and Reddit by storm, with people calling other people out for not using enough sunscreen, using the wrong sunscreen, not reapplying enough. I'm like, when did it all become so personal? At the end of the day, guys, it's only skincare. Now, I would love it if every single person in the world had access to an affordable, high-quality sunscreen that they use correctly to get the right level of protection. That's like the dream scenario. But you know what? The world isn't made perfect, and sometimes we have busy lives, we have other commitments, we have time and money constraints. It's not always right to just get it perfect every single time. So for me, one thing that really drew this to my attention was recently I was applauding this product, which is the Sultan One's face sunscreen. So this is an SPF 30, which is guaranteed 8 hours protection. And I said, you know what, I'm always busy running errands and I always forget to reapply my sunscreen. So I reached for this product that kind of locks it in and gives me that day-long protection without worrying about the reapplication. Well, so many people in my DMs came for me and said, this is the wrong approach, you shouldn't be promoting this, people should be reapplying, this should stop being lazy. I'm like, whoa. It's all about doing what works for you and finding products that meet your lifestyle, your budget and your skin type. That lifestyle is a real core component because there's no point having all these fancy skincare products if you're not using them. For me, I would rather somebody that knows they're not going to reapply their sunscreen reach for something like this that is going to give them that day-long protection than pretend in their minds that they're going to reapply and then never get around to it. Like I say, it's all about doing what works for you, and I think this sunscreen shaming where we call people out for not using enough, not using the right products that meet our personal standards and all that, it needs to stop. We should just be applauding that people use sunscreen. If I look back to like 5 or 6 years ago, nobody used sunscreen out in here in the UK, at least outside of their 1 week a year holiday. This has really changed and so many people are using them and enjoying them day in, day out. That's what we should be applauding, not shaming people that sometimes just slip up. Now, finally, let's talk greenwashing. I don't think this is a recent trend. This is something that was really emerged in the last sort of 4 years. Brands greenwashing everything. They know the environment is a primary concern of a lot of people, a lot of consumers out there. So they've shifted their focus to now kind of making everything look a bit more green than it actually is. They come out with statements, and the big multinationals are the worst for this. I think the thing that really drew my attention to this was L'Oreal, when they kind of did a bit of a rebrand and decided that they were going to make everything appear a little bit more green, a little bit more environmentally and socially conscious. And one of their things was they committed to improving the social profile of every single one of their products. And everyone was like, oh, that's such a great commitment. Isn't that amazing? I'm like, what is a social profile? They never actually said what it was, what it meant, which meant that nobody could actually hold them to account. What is the social profile of a product? Is that like its Instagram following? What is it? Is it so sustainability commitments? Nobody actually knows. And so this is something I hope brands will stop doing. Instead of making these like broad statements like that, they actually commit to hard and fast targets. You know, we will reduce our plastic consumption by 50% by this date. Something that people can actually hold them accountable for. This is where I think you get the real benefit. I think we should all be doing more to support the environment, reduce our impact, recycle more, use less, eliminate waste where we can, all great things. But I think brands want to take the quick and easy approach to doing that, making a load of broad statements rather than hard and fast commitments, because that way they don't actually have to do anything, but they sound like they are. I hope this greenwashing kind of stops this year, or at least us as consumers become a bit more aware to it. When you hear these slogans, you know, touting a brand's sustainability, environmental performance, actually look what's behind it. Have they committed to any hard and fast targets? If they haven't, pretty meaningless. And also, can we measure it as consumers? Are they going to be transparent and open and share with us on their goal to reaching that? If they're not, again, worthless. Doesn't mean you shouldn't buy the product, but you shouldn't be buying that product just because of that commitment unless you could actually substantiate it. So, there you have it, guys. I got a few things off my chest and shared with you the 5 skincare trends that hopefully will start to fade in the next 6 months. I think we've got a lot of exciting things to look forward to as we end 2022 and emerge into 2023. I'm just hopeful that we don't take these trends with us. Often they can actually be damaging our enjoyment of our skincare routine. They're certainly not adding a whole lot of value and benefit in terms of our skincare outcomes. Sound off in the comment section below with any other trends you'd like to add to this list, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.